We are live-ish.
Hello. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to all you people. What a great day.
Mm-hmm.
Great. You know how much I love you, Vicki. I like to tell everyone that all the time. And happy Valentine's Day to you.
Happy Valentine's Day to you too, love.
Thank you, sweet potato.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been wrung out today. It snowed here today.
Yes, it snowed and you had to go shovel the tent.
With Derek.
And then you had to do our driveway, our walk, and then you had to work.
And I had to work. And it's a long day.
Right. But and Cassie had a snow day today.
Yes.
So what did we do today?
Oh, you had a very special.
I had a special day today.
You did. We had a very special birthday.
Mm-hmm. We had our two dogs, Luna and Charlie, a birthday party.
Okay, and just so you know, when you say we, I was not part of that.
No, it originated with Cassie and then Maddie. So one of the dogs is Maddie's dog. So they put it together. Cassie invited some friends. She gave out dog invitations and those friends all brought gifts. It was a full party, but we had to put the other dogs away so they didn't feel bad. But actually also Cassie requested we weren't allowed to talk about the party in front of the dogs.
Yeah, it made me so happy.
Yeah.
That I had to be quiet in front of an animal.
Yes. And then we had to put the dogs somewhere else. So when the two dogs came out, we could yell surprise.
Right. Mm-hmm. And you know what the dog said? The dog said, "What the hell? I have no idea what's happening." But they were happy. I must say something. I came upstairs. There was a lot of commotion.
Yeah.
I came upstairs, and the dogs did seem happy.
They were very happy. They got a lot of toys. They had a dog cake. They were running around. Both Charlie and Luna are wearing happy birthday shirts.
Do you know how incredibly, I don't know, how incredibly comfortable you have to be to where that's your concern for a day. And while your husband is on a 12-foot step ladder, okay, literally on a 12-foot step ladder, shoveling snow into my own face, and my dog is having a birthday party. I'm telling you, the whole thing.
Right, and then, while you continued to work, I went to a Valentine's dinner. I went to a Valentine's dinner.
I know you did.
I know, it was good.
And I was working then too.
Yeah, I know.
And then, but that's okay, because tonight you'll be awake for 40 minutes and be like, I'm going to bed, and that's what I get. So it's okay though, because I had first of all, it's been a great week. I'm very excited.
You could have a Valentine's dinner with people.
You know why I won't do that?
Don't say it.
Because men don't give a shit.
Don't.
Okay, men don't give a shit. And I'm sorry, like I don't even like the idea of me going out with a bunch of dudes. Like it's just, none of that ever appealed to me. Let's go out and we'll drink beer and do what?
You bond, Vinny. You bond with your friends. That's what you do.
I don't want to bond with people. I don't want to bond with people. I like people. Listen, there is literally almost zero activity that I would go do. Here's what I would do with a bunch of guys. If at the end of doing it, I could then be with you. All right, I would ski with a bunch of guys. I would fish with a bunch of guys. That's it. Ski and fish. That's it. And then I want to come back and hang out. Like my friends will say, "Let's do a guys trip," and I'm like, "What is wrong with you? Are you transitioning? What are you doing? I don't want to go away with a bunch of men and do what? Stay in one hotel room? How special and weird is that? I want to go. At the end of the day, I could hug my wife. Is that making
I think you're the anomaly. A lot of people like to go out with their friends and
they don't love their wives.
No,
they don't love their wives.
Not true.
Okay, now listen, Noah. I would like to ski with you if at the end of it, Lauren and Vicki were there, right, to go have dinner. Let's just say it was you and me. Who would bring the unnecessary drama to that situation? Who would bring who would say, where do you want to eat? I don't care. Let's eat anywhere.
Oh my God. No.
I don't like that place.
You are such high drama. You really are. You are such high drama.
No.
Yes, when we think about where we're going to go to eat, we have to think about if you're going to take your hand and be like, this doesn't feel hot. This doesn't feel hot.
That's not
Is this
drama.
chicken freshly cooked?
That's not drama. Yeah. I have a pimple right here. It's making me crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about now. Let's get through this the guy trip thing. Let's talk about the Kansas City Chiefs winning the Super Bowl
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was an amazing game. Although I missed the very last touchdown, the winning touchdown, because one of our dogs got outside. And then all of a sudden I hear everyone in the house go, "Wah!" Yeah.
I would have just got that dog.
No.
But I rewound it for you. You saw it.
Yeah, I did. It was exciting.
There's a lot of people. Anthony Villa hates Patrick Mahomes.
I don't understand that.
Vicki, you know these superstars, these people that are in positions like this, they're targets. Okay.
Yeah.
And Patrick Mahomes, Taylor Swift, they're targets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, Brock Purdy, he's a kid. He literally looks like he doesn't shave yet.
How old is he?
24, I think someone told me. How old is Brock Purdy? 24, 23. But it looks like a cat could lick his whiskers off. And the bottom line is that he hasn't achieved enough success to be hated on yet. Now, I wanted the
How old is he, Noah?
24.
He's 24. Could you imagine that pressure? Being the starting quarterback at 24 years old in the Super Bowl.
In the Super Bowl.
That's a lot of pressure.
He may be the youngest to ever start a Super Bowl. I'm not sure about that either. Noah will look that up. But you know, I wanted the 49ers. I didn't have a lot of skin in the game. When the Chiefs won, I'm like, okay.
I wanted the Chiefs.
Vicki, you cannot start the podcast and put yourself to sleep. That sends a message to everybody that you're bored.
No. I did. I wanted the Chiefs, and I wanted the Chiefs for the sole reason of people like Anthony Villa. I did, because the haters.
He's not a hater.
So the youngest to play was Dan Marino. The youngest to win was Ben Roethlisberger. Dan Marino was the youngest to play.
I didn't like Ben Roethlisberger.
He had some shady outside stuff.
Yeah, Ben Rapelessberger. That's what I called him. He has a million Me Too allegations.
Right.
I did not like Ben Roethlisberger.
Okay.
But I didn't hate on him. I just didn't like him. Dan Marino, you can't not like. You can't not like, in my opinion, Patrick Mahomes. Anthony Villa, you know, he's a New England Patriot guy. So that's why he hates Mahomes, because the Patriots and the Chiefs play in the same division. Or not division, but the same league. Mm-hmm. So, conference, rather. And they play in the same conference, and so he doesn't like him that way. To me, Patrick Mahomes, aces, even poor Taylor Swift. Okay? They're beating up Taylor Swift.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Well, you know what it is? She's not the one putting the camera on her all the time.
No.
She's up in the press box doing what billionaire young stars do. Watch the game, get excited. For people to be happy, she'd have to sit like this. And then they'd go, she's such a bitch. She doesn't even get excited. Like, there's no winning for her.
Well, they said, and this is, I think, conjecture, but during the Super Bowl, every time they put the camera on her, that she was doing a drinking game. That's
on purpose?
Yeah, just to make fun of it. Like, you know.
Well, I don't approve of the excess drinking. I now hate Taylor Swift.
No.
Anyway, congratulations to the Chiefs. It was pretty amazing to watch Travis Kelce yell at his coach like that.
That was unsettling.
Yeah, because I think if you're Taylor Swift, you have to look down and go, ooh, better make sure the eggs are hot. This guy flies off the handle. And, you know, I thought that was a little bit.
Right, but interestingly enough, nobody's coming out and saying what's happening.
Well, they said that they're trying to say it was just him being excited and so on. Listen, here's what's hard to remember for the average individual. I know this because I was there. But these professional athletes.
Where were you?
In my head, was a professional athlete.
Oh, okay. All
right, so I understand this.
Yep.
Okay, were you a professional athlete in your head?
No, never.
Okay, well then stay in your lane. This is my domain. That's the other reason I rooted for Brock Purdy. He was the last guy drafted in the NFL. Did you know that?
You told me that on Super Bowl.
And in my head, I'm like, well, he's probably not that much better than me. I was next in line, maybe. Who knows?
Right, you were like a Dennis Quaid movie where you go back at a later date in life and you try out and then you get the starting position.
Yeah, I think that was The Rookie you might be talking about, right?
I don't know. I never saw it.
You know, it's The Rookie. So, but that's the other reason I like Brock Purdy is he's probably not that much better than me. But now we were talking about Taylor Swift, right?
Yeah.
And we're talking about and then going to Travis Kelce. these professional athletes, this is a job. Okay,
Are you saying Kelsey or Kelty?
Kelty.
Kelsey. Our friends are the Kelties.
And he's also almost a professional athlete. Kelsey. Thank you, Vicki.
Yeah.
So Travis Kelsey, like they're pro athletes. Now, we had a pro football player in the club recently. Mm-hmm. The guy made it to the pros. He made it to a team. He only played 1 or 2 seasons, I forget which. And I said, what was it like? And he goes, it's very much a job. We come in the morning. We have to be there by a certain time. We get there early. We get our coffee. We go right into meetings. You go from meeting to practice, back to meetings. When he described it, it was eye-opening.
Right.
Because he didn't, like, I don't know, in my head, obviously I'm never a high-level athlete. But in your head, you think it's all snapping towels and playing football. And it's not.
No.
It's a job. And when he told me that they get there early and they get their coffee, like they're all in the break room and they're milling around and they get their coffee. And then there's a general team meeting, and then to your, linemen, whatever, they all break off and have their meetings. Then they go do practice, and amazing. Long days during the season, very long days. And so Travis Kelsey is on the sideline, and he put in all this time. He wants to win the Super Bowl. He's mad at Andy Reid for God knows what. I don't know what. Andy Reid, a lot of people don't like him. Guy won 3 Super Bowls now, right? 3 or 4? 3. 4.
He handled it well.
Andy Reid.
He handled it really well with Travis in his face.
But I don't know if Andy Reid wasn't saying to himself, I'll deal with this later. I'm trying to win a game right now.
Right.
I don't know. Or he's saying, this is my star player, or one of my star players, right?
He didn't seem surprised by it.
No, because he probably dealt with Travis Kelsey. Travis Kelsey, he looks like he's on crystal meth.
Yeah, well, did you see? I mean, his brother was going shirtless at the one game. Yeah. The Kelsey boys look like they have a good time.
The best thing I saw was a picture of Zach Galifianakis and Jason Kelsey side by side, and they look. It's like, oh my God! Now that I don't know if you know the story, but Jason Kelsey got Travis Kelsey back onto a college program because Travis Kelsey was a lot to handle as a young man. Drank his way out of a scholarship. He credits Jason Kelsey with getting him back onto, where did he play college ball? Got him back into a program, maybe Texas, I'm going to guess. But I think it's Texas, I'm not sure. But it's an interesting story. And the Kelsey brothers, I mean, how amazing is that if you're Mr. and Mrs. Kelsey, that your kids each won a Super Bowl?
Right.
It's incredible. Where did he play?
University of Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, right. I did know that. He got him back on, and it's been a great story since then.
Yeah.
The only thing no one wants to know, do we have any thoughts on the commercials? Jennifer Aniston does not, it looked like she had a lot of work done.
Oh, I didn't see that commercial.
She did not look like herself in that commercial.
Mm-hmm.
She looked, can you put that up, Noah? I can't be the only one talking about this. See if they're talking about it. I'm a big Jennifer Aniston fan.
Yeah.
Very funny girl.
Yeah.
Great career. Listen, I don't think you should be doing the work, right?
Well, I mean, it's hard. I mean, it's really, it's a personal decision, I really believe.
I think she should have called me.
She probably should have.
Because I can
I mean, really, right? Like, what would Vinny do?
What would Vinny do?
Give her the jaws are size.
Huh?
The jaws
are size.
What?
He'd give her the jaws size.
Yeah, exactly. Give her the jaws size, which I haven't done. All right.
Cassie's done the jaws size.
Huh?
Cassie does the jaws size.
I gave it to her because, they say that that a mouthpiece makes you more aggressive and it focuses. And I will tell you, when I'm in traffic, I pop the jaws size in to try and calm me down. It does the exact opposite.
Yeah.
It makes me very. Do not. I'm telling you, and I'm yelling about, idiot. It makes you more aggressive.
Yeah.
Which is what I gave it to her for before games, to chew it.
To calm her down.
No, I give it to her to
Oh, I amp her up.
Amp her up.
Right.
Because I read that, and it's true. And in traffic, I did the jaws.
So why do you do it while you're in traffic? If you already know.
In traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not healthy for me in traffic.
No, it's not.
No, I was screaming at people with the like. It sounds weird because
Mm-hmm.
you're going. You can't even talk.
No, did I ever tell you what Vinny used to do when we were in traffic and someone would do something bad? he would roll down the window and yell at them in an aggressive manner that he was a man of God and that he was very, very sorry. And the
No, you're messing the story up.
No, hold on.
I would get mad, and if they got mad back, I would roll the window down and say, "Don't be angry with me. I'm a man of God."
But he doesn't say it like that. So like one time we were right in front of the Toys R Us on 35, and he was really angry, and he rolled the window down, but he was yelling across me, and he was doing it very aggressively and very angry. And I'm a man of God, and I'm sorry, sir. I speak to Jesus. And so I rolled the window up on him and then held the button so he couldn't roll it down. So then he rolled the back window down and was leaning back to yell at the guy. Really, really, man of God. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely convicted to my
to your man of God. Yeah.
By the way, I'm going back and forth here, but I'm sorry. Jake Moody set a 55-yard field goal record, later broken by Harrison Butker. I didn't know that. How long was Butker's?
57.
57? And Jake Moody's would have hit from 57. It would have hit.
Wow.
Anyway, so let's get into my Australia trip, if you don't mind.
Yes. So Vinny was in Australia. That's why we haven't been around lately.
I went to Australia. Mm-hmm. And, boy, it's a long flight.
Yeah.
You can't believe something's up in the air that long.
Yeah.
And
well, it's funny you should say that because I just saw a pilot just shared on TikTok.
I just yawned.
I saw that. A pilot just shared on TikTok the sleeping quarters for pilots on those long flights. So
you know why he shared that, right?
Why?
That got shared because someone just died on a flight. And they hemorrhaged very badly. The guy started hemorrhaging from the mouth and nose. And I think they moved him to the pilot's quarters because it was so bad.
Oh, really?
And he died, yeah. So how were the quarters? I didn't see them.
They're tight. They were up these stairs and they were bunk-like.
Yeah.
However, I will say when we went to Africa on the Ethiopian flight, the door was open. It was crazy. So I went to the beverage area to ask a question and the door was open. So I got to peek and it was a spiral staircase and it was upstairs and it was a huge lounge up there. And I said, "Oh, is there an upstairs?" And she's like, "Oh no, that's just for staff only." But on the Ethiopian flights, the outfit that the ladies are wearing, and there's only ladies working as flight attendants on the Ethiopian flights. They wear one outfit, and when you land, they're in a different outfit.
That was a long flight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This flight felt longer because I had a 5-hour leg and then a 15.5-hour leg. It is indeed about the same length. We had 15 hours to Ethiopia, right?
Yeah.
One leg.
Well, right. So what we did is we went from Newark to Washington to Ethiopia. Then we had a layover, and then Ethiopia to
Tanzania.
Mount Kilimanjaro, and then a bus ride.
Right. And on our trip, Tabby and I flew, and we were in
JFK.
Comfort coach.
Right.
JFK to LA, LA to Sydney.
Yeah.
And this is the thing about Australia. You got to go. You're going.
I'm going,
soon,
yeah.
And I'm going to go with you.
Yeah.
It hands down the nicest people I've ever been around.
Right.
And I'm counting you and Noah in that equation.
Seems fair. Seems fair.
Vicky, they're so stinking nice.
Right.
So stinking nice. I land in Sydney. I don't know where I have to go. I tell the woman, "Hey, I'm hard of hearing." No problem. Takes me right where I need to go. They do everything. They're nice. You stop and ask someone for directions. "Hey, is there a Starbucks nearby?" "Well, there's 5 Starbucks." And they give you all the options. They spend time with you. It was nice. I ran into 2 jackasses, both of whom worked on public transportation, which kind of makes sense, right? There's a couple things that'll throw you. It's a very culturally diverse country. And there are many people who grew up of Indian descent or Chinese descent, a lot of Asia, And you look at them, and you're looking at an Indian guy, and you expect to hear Vishnu Vaka, and you're so ready to hear an Asian or Indian or any accent, and what you hear is "Good day, mate," and you're like, "Whoa!" And like the whole country has a ventriloquist, and they're all puppets. It's incredible. And when you talk to different people, there's so many people that transplanted there because they like it.
Right.
It's amazing.
Well, Miriam's sister.
Yes.
So one of my very, my childhood best friend, her sister moved there, I want to say like 10 years ago now.
Every bit of 10 years.
Yeah. So she went there and she loved it. And now she's married and she has a baby. And Miriam's going in a month. Same time frame that we'll be there.
Her baby is a little kangaroo.
No.
No. Okay. So anyway, Sydney's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Great shopping. Great people. I only saw Sydney. That's all I saw. So I'm excited to get back. But what a great trip. And taking that trip with Tabby, just good father-daughter time.
Right.
We spent the whole time together. Every day she stayed in my hotel room. We had you got us a beautiful suite.
Yeah.
It was great. And then I fly home and she has not called me one time.
No, she's called you twice.
Because you said to her, call your father.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
I saw the text.
Bullshit. You checked my text. It was not in the text.
Tabby doesn't call me.
She called you last night.
One time.
She called you.
She knew you were asleep.
No, I was taking the dogs out. She called me. I missed the call, and then she called you.
It's a long flight. On the flight, I watched.
Yeah.
How did you deal with the time change? Because, I mean, that's like a full day and then some ahead.
So you leave on Wednesday and you land on Friday, right? So it's because it's 21 hours and they're ahead 16 hours. So you leave and you land, right? Now.
But going there, you're fine because you essentially just lose a day and you're flying through the night.
Yeah, but we were tired that night.
Of course you're tired.
But we made it to like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. No, I did a show. So we made it to midnight.
No, you made it till 2 a.m. because you were working out a problem with me business-wise. You made it to 2 a.m.
2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to sleep. Now, on the flight back, I was alone.
Right.
And there was no one in my row.
Which was amazing.
It was great. I didn't want to talk to anybody. On the flight there, we sat next to a guy, a lovely guy. Tabby had a migraine, and she said I have a migraine. He was Irish, and he...
How close are the seats?
You're only separated by this much in comfort.
That's it.
It's not much. It's a little bit more. They recline a little bit more, not enough.
So your feet, how far can your feet go up?
6 inches.
That's it.
That's it.
It's not like a full recliner.
No. And listen, I don't think you'll do bad on the flight.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cassie will.
Right.
Because Cassie always sprawls out. You can't sprawl out because there's a hard divider between you.
Okay.
Okay. Now, Tabby, I am convinced that if Tabby was a prisoner of war somewhere, she'd sleep through it.
Right.
They'd be torturing her. She'd be like, just leave me sleep. I don't care. Go poke those things up my fingernails. She slept the entire way there.
Right.
Now, I watched movies. Now, on the way there, I worked the whole time.
Yeah.
15 hours I worked.
I know. Because, so he bought internet, Noah. And I thought I was going to get so much work done. And I swear to God, all I heard was ding, 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 ding. I'm like, oh my God, more and more work for me to do.
Oh, no.
And then,
bullshit.
no, bullshit. No, you were having me do a lot of things. And then I'm talking to Patty. And I go, oh, Vinny got Wi-Fi. She goes, I know. She goes, I said, why can't he just watch a movie like everybody else?
No.
Now I have so much work to do.
Oh, I got so much done.
I know.
I got so much done. And then on the flight home, I watched 2 movies.
Right.
And I watched some Frasier, and I did some work.
Yeah.
The way home, my back bothered me just a bit.
Right.
Not terrible. But the thing is, to fly first class, it's $12,000 round trip.
It's really crazy money.
And I'm like, okay, so I could do that flight again, coach, and then take that money and buy myself a camera.
Yeah.
Right? And so I would rather do that. I think Cassie will be okay. You do have a lot of room.
Yeah.
And they feed you. It was very good food.
Okay, good.
Very good food. Delta was the airline.
Yeah.
They didn't lose my luggage. They did a great job. The one thing I will tell you, like you're in Australia, this is what's going to, and we say this all the time anyway. So in Australia, I needed help. They walked me everywhere in the airport.
Yeah.
Okay, coming back, I wanted my passport stamped. You had put on my thing that I'm deaf. Mm-hmm. They're expecting you. Mm-hmm. And I said to the girl, do they stamp passports? And she goes, no, they don't do that anymore, mate. And I go, oh, I want to stamp. She goes, I'll get that done for you. And she knows I'm deaf. And she went and she got it stamped. And it's just sweet as pie.
They don't stamp the passports anymore?
You got to ask for it. It's all scanned.
Oh.
So they will stamp it, but you have to ask, at least in Australia.
Okay.
So now, and you don't get it stamped until you leave.
Okay.
All right. Now, maybe you can get it stamped on the way in, but I don't know
Yeah.
the way out. Now, I get to LAX. LAX is the worst. It makes Newark look organized. It's all under construction.
Saying something.
It's under construction. It is a shit airport run by people that are angry. Okay, so I get off at the flight. Now, I have a very limited window to get my connecting flight. So I have to go you have to go through customs and then get your luggage and check back in to go to New York. All right. I get my stuff. I'm going to go to customs. There's a sign. It says non-U.S. citizens this way, U.S. citizens that way. But that way is a wall, a solid wall, because it's under construction. There's a woman there, and I go, hey, can you tell me how to get to customs? I'm an American citizen. I'm a U.S. citizen. Just get in the line. And I go, what? Get in the line. But the sign says, just get in the line. Like, that's all she could say. Not, hey, no problem. We're under construction. Now, I get through. I get my stuff. And I have to go find Terminal 3. There are no signs. Mm-hmm. It's just, construction hallways.
Right.
So there's only one way to go. So I'm walking. It dumps you out into an area. No signs. I have to get to Terminal 3. There's a guy coming the other way. Excuse me, sir. He looks at me like, what are you doing bothering me? I go, hey, it's me and two other guys. Where's Terminal 3? You got to find Terminal 3. I go, okay, that's what I'm asking. What airline are you on? I go, Delta. Did you got to go to Terminal 3? I go, I just said that. Like, that's what I need.
Right.
All right? Like, I don't need you being nasty for no reason. Now, I go, okay, how do I get to Terminal 3? You got to go outside. Can you tell me how to get to outside? There's no sign.
So you had to go outside of secure area and then back into security?
I had to walk outside. Like, I was just walking outside to go get my car or whatever, and then walk to the next terminal.
That's ridiculous.
The whole thing is ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. Because when we came back from Spain, remember they gave us our luggage, but they have you, we were in Washington, and they have you in a secure area where they redo your luggage again, like they re-x-ray your luggage, but it's just the people off the plane doing it.
Okay, they did that. They got my luggage. Mm-hmm. They did that part. Mm-hmm. And then you have to walk outside and go over to Terminal 3. So you get your luggage, you rescan your luggage, and then you're on your own.
So now, did you have to drag your luggage back to Terminal 3?
No, they got my luggage. But I have to go to gate 25.
Okay.
LAX has 2 gate 25s in Terminal 3. Now, I don't know. I wasn't in the meeting. But if I was there, I think I would have went, what do you say we make one of them 26?
Yeah.
Because let them have 2 25s. Now, gratefully, they're only separated by 150 yards. And you can see the other 25, and you can see this 25. I took a picture. I sent it to Tabby. It's impossible to believe. There's another guy with me. He goes, where do we go? I go, gate 25. He goes, which one? I go, that's anybody's guess. Now, I figured it out. I get to my gate, and I go up to the girl and say, can you just let me know when you're bored? Because I can't hear. She goes, sit right here in this area. I sit in the area. The flight crew comes. The first woman that comes doesn't say hello, good morning, nothing. You can't be here. The Delta employee. Yeah. You can't be here. I go, well, the gate agent. I don't care what you say. You can't be here. It's like, why does everyone in this country have to be such a shithead?
Yeah.
Why can't any of them just be nice? And I come back here and it just, I don't know what it is. We need an infusion of nice.
Yeah, we do.
Now, you go to Detroit, that airport's lovely. The people in Austin, Houston, but LA and New York, it's just so cynical and nasty.
I also think, though, it has something to do with, I think some airport workers, I think it becomes a cyclical thing that's happening, right? Like people are stressed because they're traveling. They start yelling. So airport workers get tired of being yelled at. So they're just always on the defense. Like that one time at my mom's airport. So, the airport where my mom and stepfather live, it's teeny tiny. Teeny tiny. So one morning I have like a 6 a.m. flight. I'm flying out. There's literally not a single solitary person in the queue. I get in the queue. I have to do the whole thing. I walk up to the desk, and she literally says to me, "Excuse me, you have to wait to be called." And I look back. There's literally no one. So I step back. I'm no joke. Back to the start of like where I would if I was waiting, somebody else was there. And then she goes, "Next." It was just like a power play.
Yeah.
It was just a power play. But I think like they're so nasty because they're just exhausted from being yelled at. So you don't know. Maybe on day one, they're all happy.
No, I do know. You're wrong about that. I do know. Day one, they're nasty. Yeah. Nasty. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
But it was a great trip. I can't wait to go with you.
Right.
Because the traveling, the traffic, and the shopping. You go downstairs in the mall. Queen Victoria building is an old building. You go into the building at the mall now, and you go downstairs, and you start shopping, and you're walking, and you make a left and a right. When you come back up, you're 2 blocks over.
Right.
It's all connected underneath.
That's really wild.
Crazy. So I got to get into this. I can't wait.
Well, it's funny. I'm glad that Peter found this article because I just heard about this.
This is incredible to me.
I just heard about this. So it's Atkinson, New Hampshire. There is a new business. It's a diaper spa. It's for people that can go and role play and be in their diapers, and they have you can get your diaper changed. So the neighborhood is not happy about it.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it. I don't even live there. This whole thing bothers me. I'm telling you, mankind is off the rails.
Well, I wonder about this business model, though, too, to be honest with you. I got to put my jacket back on. I'm cold.
Please don't tell me you're in favor of the diaper spa.
No. But
it's just
if you're the diaper spa's accountant or business manager or whatever, I say to myself, TCBY, country's best yogurt, it fizzled out. And that was, you had a much broader market. This is a very limited market because, first of all, you have to travel to New Hampshire. It's like, I can't imagine New Hampshire having a robust diaper wearing people.
There shouldn't be one person in the country.
Right. Well, so I'm just saying. So New Hampshire already, I can't imagine. I mean, it's very cold there. It's just, it's very rural, New Hampshire. So I just can't feel like they don't have a big concentration of people. Now, if you had told me that this was going into like Chicago, Manhattan, I'd be like, makes sense.
Yeah, I know what you're
because
saying.
You would have even tourists coming in like, let's go gawk at the diaper people.
Well, if you said to me, there's an opportunity to go see people that want to role play as children, I would only go if it involved me being able to shoot them with a paintball gun. Because this is a sickness.
Yeah.
It's a sickness. This is not someone that wants to role play. You are a sick individual. If you want to go and wear diapers and have someone change you, this is wrong. And I hope to God that this zoning board says no. I really do. Because we're going down the crapper. We're going the whole country.
I mean, the person that owns it, Dr. Colleen Murphy.
She's not a doctor. She's not a doctor. I'm going to tell you right now, that woman is not a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And if she's a real doctor, she should be disbarred or whatever the hell doctors do. What do they call it? Disdoctored. Should be undoctored.
Well, she claims that she only sees one in-person client per week, and the rest of her patients are via telehealth services. So that would support what I'm saying, in that this is this business model is not sustainable. It doesn't seem like a sustainable business model. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna do something, at least move to a city if you're going to do these kind of fetish things.
Well, that's the question Peter asked. Does this being in a residential neighborhood change the story for you? Yes, it does. It does. It absolutely does.
Oh,
because I don't want to think that some freak is coming into my neighborhood that wants to be a child. I don't want to think that. I don't want them near me. I don't want these people near me. I want what do they call these people? What's the phrase for this?
Big kids?
Huh?
Big children? I don't even know. It's just diaper wearing.
I'm telling you, all these fetishes that we're enabling these people. Tabby and I saw a furry in Australia.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
Yes, we saw a girl with a tail, and her mother was walking her around. And I just wanted to say to the mother, you're not helping your child.
No.
Your child, she had a red foxtail. I said, Tabby, I go,
Wait, okay, so is that all she had was a red foxtail?
Tabby will tell you, because Tabby got mad at me because I said, is that a furry? And Tabby goes, you quiet. I go, why?
Right, but did the kid only have a red foxtail?
I don't know, because Tabby got so mad at me.
Okay, well, because, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. You don't necessarily know it was a furry because it could have been somebody like with special needs, and then mom was walking around.
The kid was conducting herself in a what's the right word? Normalized fashion. She said she was. It did not appear to be
she go
someone
like this.
Well, that would not be normal.
No, it's not. But I don't know. You didn't. Even if you think that the person is fine.
Listen. Human beings.
I'm just saying, if a mom was walking around a kid and the kid was dressed as a furry, there might be more to the issue. Now, this is vastly different, though.
Let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. You're so accommodating. All right?
Try.
I know you try. Let's say tomorrow I start sporting a tail. I just start wearing a tail. I say, you know what? I need a tail. And how would you handle that as my wife?
I'd probably get you checked for Alzheimer's or dementia.
Okay, but would you allow me to wear a tail?
No.
Why? Why wouldn't you let me wear a tail if I wanted to wear a tail?
Because you're a grown man and you're my husband.
Well, maybe not. Maybe I'm your, what do they call a male fox? Because this girl had a foxtail on. Mm-hmm. Okay, now what about if I said to you, hey, Vic, Noah and I are going up to New Hampshire for a weekend. A little boys weekend away. And I do mean boys weekend away.
So they are called adult babies. It's the term is paraphilic infantism.
See, there should be no term. There should be no phrase for this. There should be no phrase for this. Psychiatry as a field has also run off the rails. I have zero respect. You got to stop labeling shit, because then people go, oh, I'll be that. Okay? Like when they said the guy who goes up and flies a plane is called a pilot. Now you have something to aspire to. I want to be a pilot. Once you give something a name, people then want to become that. What do they call this?
Adult baby.
See, now there are people that think, oh, I can jump into this box of humanity. This is the problem. Like a furry. Okay? When someone first said, I think I'm an animal, people said, well, you're not an animal. You're an idiot. Now you call it furries. Now there's something for you to belong to.
Man.
You could become this. And I'm telling you, this bothers me at a very deep level. And a change.org petition titled "Stop the Diaper Spa."
Well, you know why this actually really does bother me? Because an adult either role playing and pretending being a child, or at some point possibly believing that you're a child, now you're putting real children in danger. Because if these adults have interactions with children,
Yeah.
now to me, now there's a huge, like a furry, okay, you want to dress like a fox, you want to dress
No,
like a cat.
I said to
You're
Tabitha,
not bothering
stay away
anybody.
from that person. She could have rabies because that's what happens.
But this bothers me because if you're gonna have any interaction with a child, that's very scary. That's alarming. It's just, and on top of it, like, you don't need to see a grown man in a diaper coming out of a house.
Let me ask you a question. I'm not being funny here. Mm-hmm. Couldn't a furry also pose a threat? If I'm a furry walking around with a foxtail, I'm not being funny. What is to say stop a furry from biting you? And I got startled, and that's what animals do. They bite.
Well, I haven't heard of any cases of a
Google
furry
that.
biting.
Has a furry ever attacked a human being? And what do they call people that are, what is the phrase that pedophiles invented to try to make their thing normalized? See, that's the thing. When you normalize something, what is pedophilia called? It's called minor attractives, I think it's called. Okay, I think it's called minor attractives. Listen, that's not a thing.
No.
That's not a thing. You can't say that. And they're saying it. What as a pedophile?
So I'm not seeing anything that they've ever attacked.
Told you.
They have not.
It'll happen. And what do they call pedophiles that want to try and normalize that?
So they're considered MAPs. A minor attracted person refers to an individual with sexual attraction to individuals who are minors or below the legal age of consent.
Right.
So MAPs.
Right. And that is psychiatry's way of normalizing it. And that's where it begins to eke into society. Oh, I'm not a pedophile. I'm a what?
Maps.
A minor attracted person? Yeah, I'm a map. Okay. No, there's no such thing. You have a problem.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
How does our podcast go from fun to every show end with me being upset with some psychopath? Some psychopath
All right, I gotta
wearing a
go.
diaper as an adult. Do
I
we
gotta jump.
have a FAFO?
Yeah. There's one.
Can we do that, please?
Yeah, because it's 9
Yes.
o'clock.
I know. She goes to bed all the time at 10 p.m.
No, she has a test.
Okay, let's just do the
Yeah,
FAFO.
she has a test.
Where is it?
FAO is right here. This looks good.
Oh, I love these.
Oh.
See? See?
He's in so much pain.
Yeah, of course he is.
Oh my God. I like how his friend just keeps on videotaping.
Of course. That is a shot. Oh. That's funny because I think that actually got him on the tailbone more than the testicles.
Yeah.
But I think he had a full dose there. Okay.
Oh, let's
All right,
do one more.
Let's get another one real quick. Here we go.
What an idiot.
See, to me, this kind of makes me happy, even though we got hurt a little bit. Okay, because this is the thing. Everybody wants to be viral.
Yeah.
Okay, and now that same individual is viral for all the wrong reasons.
All right, this is the last one. At least the camera woman was upset for them.
I think my favorite FAFO today was the escalator slide.
Yeah, it was
because that was a double whammy. You got hit
Yeah,
twice,
yeah.
which makes me happy.
Yep.
The guy that jumped on the pole, that's just a ridiculously dumb move.
Dumb.
But it was only one shot that he'll
Yeah.
remember forever. The other guy hit one, kept sliding, thought, oh, that hurt a little bit, and then really got whacked.
Yeah, he did.
Which
He
makes
did.
me happy. Guys, try not to FA and FO.
Yeah.
And we love you. We'll see you next
All
week.
right, good night.